Let's discuss. Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I'm going to be checking out a new track from Left to Suffer. I've talked a lot about this band on the channel. I found them through live stream requests. Somebody requested Depression before On Death EP came out way earlier this year. Immediately I fell in love with them and have been listening to them since. I just saw them live a few weeks ago and they killed it. I love Left to Suffer. They're definitely in my top 2 EPs of the year this year. Today I'm going to be checking out their new track Fixated, which has a feature on it, Kamiyada, which I'm not familiar, but I did see on Instagram Taylor posting that this track might be a little different or something, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I am excited that is really that, so I am going to stop talking and you're going to get straight into it.
So long to feel the rain. One plan for me to stay the lane. From the survey, open mouths of pain. You make me sick, you're fucking weak. You're fucking enemy. It's funny how all this played out. Cause I just don't believe in coincidence. I know you're somewhere out there, concerned with nothing but yourself. They want me dead, taking away my pain. Your eyes are burning a hole in the back of my skull. You're so little, intoxicated seduction.
This is not a test. The containment protocol has been terminated. To ensure your safety, please do not panic and follow your designated safety procedures. Any mistakes will cost you your life.
That pan right. Now pan left. Left to Suffer, Fixated, let's discuss. I like that they are experimenting. That chorus is something really different and it opens up with that, which I like kind of getting that more experimental part of the track right away because I was like, wow, I'm not sure. So a lot of what I listen to does not contain anything that sounds like that, so it's a bit different for me. Although like hearing it gave me like some sort of nostalgia, like that style, but I could not place it at all. So it was interesting to hear that along with like, you know, having that intro, which with Left to Suffer though, in their discography, I feel like they've done some stuff where there is like a little bit of a beat like that. Stuff like that isn't too out of what I would expect from them. But as soon as it kicked in with those vocals and stuff, was surprising to me. And then as it carries on, it's definitely got an experimental feel to it beyond that, I would say, while still keeping the things that are very Left to Suffer, i.e. Taylor's vocals, those huge drops and breakdowns, stuff like that, which were definitely still my favorite parts of the song. I think the chorus type of vocal and such will take a little bit of adjusting for me to get used to, but it's definitely not something that I dislike hearing it right away. I think that it's just something kind of outside of what I am used to, which is good. I feel I've talked a lot about that on the channel in different context, I guess, but well, essentially the same context but different like details, I guess, like not exactly this style, but there are a number of styles used in experimentation with like core, deathcore, metalcore, stuff like that. This would be one of those things where slowly, as you like listen to this song more, you might get more into that sound or decide it's not for you, but it kind of helps you branch out on either like knowing that you like that sound or not if it's something you don't typically listen to. So I like stuff like that, especially unless I listen to it and I'm like, I know I don't like that. Like there have definitely been some experimental songs that some bands have done where I'm like, I appreciate it, but not that. I didn't feel that way with this. I feel like there were some parts of it that will take a little adjusting for me, mainly the chorus, but then as you get into it, the vocals from Taylor, absolutely massive as you would expect from him, the breakdowns in there, but it also has a little bit of like a slower type of pace to it in some parts than not slow either in like the super slowed down breakdown type of way either. What I mean is more like just a slower groove than I would be expecting. I love that like electronic sound that starts out in the intro and then kind of is expanded on throughout the song. I love that. For me, the standout parts will probably be what you would expect from Taylor, the vocal performance, the intoxicative seduction part, those lows just so low. Those breakdowns throughout the song kind of balancing out the experimental vibe that we've been talking about a little bit, and I mean still hitting absolutely, I don't even know what word I was going to go for next, but delivering on the instrumentals as well, just as much as you would expect. So while it goes into the experimental category for sure for Left to Suffer, it's to where I feel it still will go on rotation for me and may end up being more so on rotation than even I enjoyed on my first listen. I think there are some sounds that as you listen to them, just like I said before, as you listen to them more, you kind of get your stance on them, and I feel like this will probably be one that I'll end up enjoying more. I really love Left to Suffer. Oh, and the production on this one, so what I had mentioned in DNR was I really liked the track, but the production just did not seem up to the level of what On Death was. I just didn't hit quite as hard, but with this I really like, especially as I was mentioning, like some of that panning stuff. It sounded a bit more clear in a lot of the parts where, except I think there was like one little place where I was like, is this going to be the same? Maybe as the guitar comes in, but then it did not have that sound at all throughout the rest of the track. It sounded really good. So I like the production on this one. I'm not sure with DNR what my deal was with that, but I still really like that song. I've been jamming it, got to see it live, and it was excellent. Taylor killed it, doing all of the parts. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this song. I will link the video that I reacted to as well as all of Left to Suffer's social media and merch, all of that good stuff in the description. Make sure you go give them some love if you enjoyed this song and you're enjoying what they are doing with their music, as I am. So other than that, you can also find in the description of this video my link tree, which will have the invite for the Discord server that I talk about in every single video, because it's full of a bunch of my favorite people. We've got channels related to music for sure, and a lot that are also not related to music. Pets, other stuff, I don't even know, photos, things like that. So if you're interested in coming to join, check that out. The link will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. On Instagram, I keep it all music related. I'll post merch, a lot of merch, my never-ending merch collection. I post usually twice a week of either merch or about a show if I've gone to a show recently and have something to post about it. And then I post every Friday a chart of what I've listened to the most over the course of the week. EPs, singles, albums, it's just a chart that shows whatever I've listened to the most that week. So if that interests you at all, that will be there. My handle is Rachel Reacts, just like my YouTube channel if you're interested in following. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.